Are you tired of falling short of your New Year's resolution to get in shape? Let 2008 be the year you get the body you've always dreamed of. Merit Athletic Clubs will guarantee you the results, or they'll give you your money back. Call 1-800-NEW-SHAPE and ask about the results guarantee at Merit.
I've been waiting for so long to ask you this question, Bob Baffert. Point Given, maybe my favorite horse of not all time, but in the last decade. What happened in the Derby? Because that Preakness and that Belmont, no problem. What happened in the Derby that year? And I know you've answered this 1,000 times. And when I knew you were coming on, I thought I got to ask you that. What happened? I don't remember those circumstances.
I think the main thing is that the track was really firm. That it was really hard, and he was a big horse, and he got over it. I mean, it was really hard. We ran a filly earlier in the first race. She broke the track record, and she was just an allowance filly. She won by 10, but she broke the track record that day, and so it was extremely hard and fast. And a big horse like that, I think it was very, concussion was too much for him, and he was like chasing a fast pace. The pace was extremely fast because all the jockeys that day, they felt, well, if you don't get out there in the lead, you're going to get nothing. And they set the most ridiculous fractions, because I also had Congaree, who ran a tremendous race. And I really thought that he had just as good a chance to win the Derby as Point Given. But I think it was just extremely fast paced, and we got caught up in it, and a hard track, so we were victims of a very fast and hard racetrack.
So much is made of the Triple Crown, like it is in golf with the Grand Slam and in tennis and all that stuff, of trying to win all these, the three in horse racing. And Smarty Jones almost did it a couple of years ago. Is the Derby, is the field size an issue with the Derby in terms of you'd have more Triple Crown winners maybe if there were a dozen horses in the race instead of 20? Is there a theme to that somewhere, that maybe there's too many horses in the Derby as it relates to somebody winning the Triple Crown?
I think so. I mean, the year that I won it was Silver Charm. There was 14, and that was a nice, comfortable group. 14. After that, there's a lot of banging going on, and the way if you draw an outside post like 20 or 19, whatever, and I recall back to Point Given, the post position there was post 17 open. It was between 17 and 2, and I wanted to take the 2. Really didn't like either of them, but we decided to take the 17th. We figured, well, he'll stay out of trouble. He'll be out there on the outside, and we don't have to worry about getting blocked in. But probably, I think of it now, I should have taken the 2. Because right after the draw, somebody asked me,
why did you take the 2?
Does it bother you that there's never been a winner out of the 17 hole? I thought, oh, I wish I would have known that.
Right. Bob Baffert's with us here on Radio Row, the great trainer, and a four-time Preakness. We were talking about this off the air. Four-time Preakness winner. Your thoughts about Maryland? Obviously, it's been. By the way, this is a home game for you, right? The Super Bowl in Arizona.
I grew up in Arizona, Southern Arizona, so I love Phoenix. I love Tucson, Phoenix, whatever. But
you talked about Maryland off the air. You're really fond of it.
I love Maryland. It's my favorite of all the classics. Especially when you win the Kentucky Derby, you really look forward to going to Maryland. I've run there. I've taken horses there when I didn't have a horse in Preakness, but it's my favorite town. I like going there. We have a great time. It's very low key. They take great care of you when you're there. The stakes barn there, it's just so friendly there, and everybody's there together, and it's almost like it's like a party almost. And he's just, Baltimore's always been very good to Bob Baffert. I mean, we would go down there and go to the big restaurant down there. I remember one year
I saw you at the Mount Washington Tavern. I didn't come and bother you. I didn't ask for a tip, but I was in the Mount Washington Tavern around Preakness time, and I saw you sitting in there having a refreshment and relaxing. So I've seen you in there before.